I'm Dan Galusha and welcome to another edition of Shootin' Plink. I promised this video quite some time back when we first picked up the Ruger, right here, Mark IV 2245. And I had said at that time eventually we were going to compare it with the Browning Buck Mark. Of course, cosmetic wise, there are so many different submodels to this and you just can't. This one, actually probably the closest to this that would be a Browning Buck Mark, would be the one that's called the Practical, because it has the rail, and of course this rail was put on here afterwards, but it was already set up for a rail and it was tapped and ready to go. And that's what we did. We got an OEM rail, which we told you about some time back. The one that we're going to compare it to is this one. And as you can see, there's a lot of difference. It's got a fiber optic sight on it. You don't put a rail on this one at all, and it's a lot fancier. As I said, this is the Medallion, and it's just set up a lot different. But what we're going to do is we're going to actually compare them as far as shooting, because there's a few features, such as this one does not have the one button takedown. In fact, you really don't take this one down. Where this one, it does. It has that one button takedown back here that you push and this all comes off, which I showed you in another video, so look that up because we're not going to go into that today. The magazines though, actually if you were in a hurry, they are different, but they're a lot alike. You could grab the wrong one and try to slap it in. So that, and a lot of times magazines aren't that much alike, where these are, except that you'll notice here where this slopes up so much higher, this does not. It's different. So that is just one little difference, and no big deal. It doesn't make any difference which way you purchase it. There's nothing on the balance of pros and cons in that one. So it's the only thing that would be pro and con if one doesn't feed and the other one does. But we're going to be loading these up and we're going to shoot with them, see just how good they are. We're going to set up some targets, and we're going to do them at the different distances, and we may even fire this at 50 yards to see if either one of them will hit a target at 50. So let me get some targets set up and then we're going to start shooting these. As you can see, what I've decided to do is to set up some knockovers. That's those dirt bag knockovers from the Shooting Target 7 group. And we're going to knock those over, and then behind there's a bullseye one. So I'm going to hopefully get them with 5 rounds. We'll put one of them in, and then what we'll do is we'll see, as I said, we're going to try and knock all 5 of them down with 1 round each, and then we're going to go after the bullseye and see how that works. And we're going to start with the Ruger first. So let's see how it works. By the way, we're using CCI 1070 velocity, the regular standard velocity. So, and this is in both of them. We're going to use that on this and the 25 yard, and also we'll probably go to a little bit higher round if I've got it. Maybe a tactical, CCI again, and that's what we use for 50. So now let's try to get that bullseye target that's to the left there and see if we can hit the flapper. Well, we got it 4 times, so it's not too bad. I think 1 time missed. Now I'll set those back up and we'll give the Browning a shot. Right now we got the Browning. I'll put a round in, take safety off, and we'll see how she works here. I'll get up here and same position, same area. Okay, it did just as good as the Ruger on that. Now we'll see what we do on the, got it again. I'm not sure it got it, so that means it would be equal. They're both about the same. But I figured that. Both these guns are good guns. I am not going to rate either one of them below the other one because they are both very good guns. So now let's go back to 25 yards going to set those back up and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, we're all the way back here to 25 yards and going to rack around, and this will be the Ruger again, Mark IV, and we'll see what it'll do from here. Take safety off. It hit it, just didn't knock it over. Did get that one. Well, that one it hit. So we're going to see what it do on the bullseye now. It's a little harder to see it. Got it. You missed it that time. Oh, that went way off. That is not where I was shooting. I don't get that. Oh, I know what happened. I hit the actual base that thing was on and knocked it the rest of the way over. Okay. There, I got the target. Yep, got it again. So, once it gets back 25 yards, it starts getting a little iffy on it. But it still did a good job of it. But yeah, definitely, I know now what happened. It shot just a little bit low on that because I cannot see that bullseye that well. I'm having to hit the top of the bullseye target due to the fact, well, as you can see, that thing that is setting on is blocking it. I may move, no, I'm not going to, because then that would give the other one an advantage. So let me go up there, we'll reset these, and then we'll try the Browning. Okay, it's going to be the Browning's turn now. We'll put a round in, take safety off, and we'll start on the dirt bags as we did before. Ooh. Definitely hit it, didn't knock it over. Huh. Yeah, I hit him, just didn't knock it over. And that one's in my way, so I'm going to have to try to pick him off. Got it. So now we're going to go after the gong, that bullseye gong. Got it. Got it again. Again. Well, by golly, I got another round. Just for the heck of it, let's try to get that dirt bag. Oh, it just did not cycle right. That's what it is. Or we got a round here. No, it just, that was the gun itself. When it went, it just went back. It did not lock open for some reason. So that's the only strike so far against the Browning, because otherwise the Browning did doggone good on the shooting, other than the fact it didn't knock the target over. But otherwise it hit real good on that middle one. But again, balance it out, and the Mark IV and the Browning are right in there together. Now let's load this up. I think I've got some tactical ammo. Let's load this up. I've already got a target set up on the 50-yard range, and we'll go over there and see if we can hit that. We're here at the 50-yard range. I don't really think you can see that target, so I'm going to bring you in just a little bit. You'll be able to see it there. You see at the top. I'm not going to zoom you way in. You can see what starts happening. It starts coming back out. Going to lift you up just a bit here. Okay, now you've got it right in the middle. You can see it there. We're going to be shooting the Browning, or the Buck Mark first. We're using CCI AR Tactical ammo for this because of the fact that we're shooting at 50 yards. And hopefully we'll see what we can do as far as hitting it. Got the safety off, and we'll see. Yeah. I haven't hit it yet. got it. Last round, got it. Okay, well now we'll see what the Browning does. So out of 10 rounds, the Mark got it once. That's 50 yards too. So we'll see what this does with the fiber optic sight, which is a little different. Got it. Got it again. Again. 4 times. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of 10 hit with the Browning, but there's a different sight. This is a fiber optic sight. I don't know, maybe the gun is a little bit better at longer distance. I've got the same size barrel. I really don't know. But it definitely hit it 9 out of 10 times, where the Mark hit it once out of 10 shots. What I decided to do, and we're going to try the Mark again. Give it a second chance, just in case. I know, because some will say, well, yeah, you shot that one first, you got it on target. So we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to see if there is a difference now, if I can get more of them. I put 10 more rounds, the same thing in there. CCI AR Tactical. Okay, that time I got 5 out of 10. So did do a little bit better, but I did want to see. It's kind of strange because I was aiming it the same way as I did before, but at least I got 5 that time out of it. So now let's go back and we're going to close things out. Well, that was the test that I promised you some time back now, where we were going to be shooting them in a comparison. The gun, again, you know, there's a difference in the models and all that, but it is quite similar when you actually break it down and look at it. The reason this is a 2245 is because it has a 45 angle on the grip, but you got the same thing here, so that way it's pretty much a comparison. Weight wise, they're about identical. Barrel wise, you can see they are the same length, so we don't have anything different there. This one has got a flat side barrel, also has the blackout. Again, not a big deal to make a difference on it. This one's got the rail, which I could have put, like I had that M37, that Fiat M37 red dot. Could have put that on it, but that wouldn't have been fair, because what I wanted to do is compare these as close as possible. The only difference is this one I've got the white painted front sight that I did, and this has got fiber optic. Fiber optic help? I think it really did on 50 yards. But when I fired this the second time, it hit it 5 out of the 10 times. So, you know, it's probably fair on that. I would definitely say that the Browning won out on the 50-yard end of things. Other than that, these two guns are extremely close, and I don't really think you could go wrong with either one. And that's another reason I did this video, is I had people saying, well, you know, one might be a little cheaper than the other and that sort of stuff, and you know, is it worth it? Should I spend the extra money, or which one is actually the best? I like both guns, so I'm really not going to say one is better than the other. As far as the target distance, which normally you're going to be firing these at, both of them are side by side. There just was not enough difference to say one was better than the other there. That I'll leave up to you by just watching the video and seeing what you see on it. But other than that, I mean, as far as the grip, this has got a very nice grip. The way it fits into here for shooting, this one has got really the same grip too. So again, that's kind of hard, because if you're doing it two-hand like this, they both got adjustable sights for windage and elevation. And there, you know, that's the only difference is this one, now for some reason this one feels just a little bit more comfortable in my hand. I don't know why, but it does. There must be something. But this one has got really the best grip. Mainly it's because this one has got all of that fancy rosewood or whatever it is, and all of this sort of stuff. But otherwise, it's got a very good feel to it. And maybe that tapers it down more. I don't know. I'm trying to find things to give you an idea of what you want to get, because this is what I'm getting questions on, is what would be the best. And again, I like both. I really, really do. So it's kind of up to, I guess, if you're a Ruger fan or a Browning fan, and I happen to be both. And as far as rifles, I'm a Henry fan, you know. And so it's just kind of right down the middle. I know what you're saying. Well, I'm right back to where I started. Yes, you are, in a way. Except for the fact that you did get to see these two shot side by side at 10, 25, and 50 yards, and how they reacted with the different sort of targets and such. And, you know, the only difference really was that 50-yard shoot. That to me was the only difference. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.